Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we're making a classic recipe from Spain that truly showcases the humble Spanish kitchen. We're talking a Spanish poor man's vegetable stew. This is known as un guiso de verduras a lo pobre. And let me tell you, this is a recipe that dates back to the Renaissance era, where farmers would grow their own ingredients or use whatever they have on hand to make dishes that were nutritious and delicious to give you the energy for a hard day's work. Folks, this stew's packed with a ton of amazing flavors. It's very easy to make and all done in about 40 minutes. This video is sponsored by Tienda.com. La Tienda is an online superstore focusing on selling all things Spain for your home and kitchen, and they've been around since 1996. And like I always tell you, they have the biggest selection of artisan Spanish ingredients, like queso manchego, the famous jamón serrano and jamón ibérico, Marcona almonds, olives, the beautiful canned seafood from Spain, and all the spices you need to make all your favorite Spanish recipes, among so many other great ingredients. And let me tell you, when it comes to cookware, they have an amazing selection of authentic Spanish paella pans that range in size from 2 servings all the way up to 50 servings. And they even offer classic grilling systems, that way you can always perfectly cook your paella. Folks, visit Tienda.com. Let them know Albert from Spain on a Fork sent you there, and make sure you use coupon code ONAFORK during checkout for 10% off your order. Alright, let's just dive right into this. I'm going to heat a stock pot with a medium heat and add in 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 45 milliliters. While the oil is heating, I'm going to cut 2 slices from a baguette, each one being 1 inch thick, which is 2.5 centimeters, and remove the skins from 4 cloves of garlic. Then we'll add the slices of baguette and the cloves of garlic into the stock pot. Then we're going to fry the ingredients between 3 to 4 minutes or until they're golden fried all around. In the meantime, I'm going to roughly chop 1 medium-sized onion, roughly chop 4 cloves of garlic, and cut 1 red and 1 green bell pepper, each one into bite-sized pieces. After 3 to 4 minutes, and the slices of baguette and the cloves of garlic are golden fried, we'll transfer them into a mortar and then set it aside. Now, using the same pan with the same heat, we'll add in the chopped vegetables. And we'll mix them around, that way they're all coated in the olive oil. And since we cut them into larger chunks, you don't have to mix this around continuously, but do get under every 1 to 2 minutes, that way everything evenly sautés. While the veggies are cooking, I'm going to cut 3 medium-sized potatoes that have already been peeled, washed, and patted dry. Each one into small bite-sized pieces that are 2 centimeters thick, which is 3/4 of an inch. For this recipe, important to use potatoes that are a bit more waxy than starchy, as they hold their shape better in stews. I'm using new potatoes, but you can also use Golden in the Light, Yukon Gold, or even red potatoes. Okay, let's move back to the stock pot. After 5 to 6 minutes and the vegetables are lightly sauteed, I'm going to add in a generous 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 3 grams. And we'll give it a quick mix, that way the paprika is evenly coating all the vegetables. Then we'll add in half a cup of tomato sauce, which is 120 grams. As always, I made mine by finely grating fresh tomatoes, but you can also use canned tomato sauce here, or even passata if you like. And we'll give it a mix, and then simmer it for a few minutes. After 3 to 4 minutes, and the tomato sauce has slightly thickened, we'll add in our chopped potatoes, and season generously with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until everything's well mixed together. Then we'll add in some water, just enough to barely cover the ingredients, which is 3 cups in my case, or 720 milliliters. Of course, you can also use vegetable broth here, chicken broth, or even beef broth. However, water is traditionally used in this recipe, that way that liquid doesn't overpower the flavors of the stew. And we'll add in 2 bay leaves and turn it up to a high heat. While the water's heating, let's move back to the mortar with the fried bread and garlic. I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley, which is 8 grams, and a pinch of sea salt. And using a pestle, we'll pound down on the ingredients until we make a paste-like texture. You can also use a food processor here, handheld blender, or even a NutriBullet. Once the water comes to a boil in the stock pot, we'll add in the bread and garlic mixture. And we'll give it one final mix until it's well mixed together. Then we'll place a lid on the pan and lower the fire to a low-medium heat, and we're going to simmer this between 15 to 20 minutes or until those potatoes are just cooked through. After about 20 minutes, those potatoes should be perfectly cooked through. You can always pierce them with a toothpick just to ensure that they're done. If you see that yours need more time, just place the lid on the stock pot and simmer it for a few more minutes. For the final step, I'm going to add in 4 eggs into the stew. And you want to make sure they're all evenly spaced out. And as you know, before I add eggs into a pan, I like to crack them into individual bowls, as it ensures that no eggshells go in there and that the yolks are not broken. And then we'll place the lid on the stock pot and simmer it for another 3 to 4 minutes until the egg whites are nice and firm, but those yolks still have a slightly creamy texture. After about 4 minutes and the eggs are perfectly cooked through, this dish is ready to go. I'm going to remove the stock pot from the heat, transfer some of the stew into a shallow bowl, and garnish with fresh parsley. Check it out, un guiso de verduras a lo pobre, a Spanish poor man's vegetable stew. Easy to make, heart-healthy ingredients, and all done in about 40 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, un guiso de verduras a lo pobre, truly what the humble Spanish kitchen's all about. A little bit of everything. Here we go. Look at that bowl of goodness. It is absolutely fabulous. The potatoes are beautifully cooked. They just melt in your mouth, but they kept their shape. The rest of the ingredients, a beautiful lift of flavors, including that paste with the garlic and bread and the egg, taking it to the next level. Easy to make, heart-healthy ingredients. Give it a try at home. Next to a crunchy baguette and a bottle of Spanish red wine. More specific in the region of Tierra Quena, you're gonna have yourself the best moment of your day. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Holly Parker, Rogelio Jr. Rivera, Elaine Engros, and Brian Skeever. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.